Hello, welcome. My name is Alyssa and this is my New Direction channel. So this is a general reading for all signs. I have already, I've already picked out the energies revolving around this reading. It's nice to kind of have like a heads up, right? So anyway, so we are going to get right into it. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. So, you know, if the title of it is really stuck out, then maybe there is something here, you know, that's worth looking into. And if you watch it and there was nothing here for you, okay, that's all right. There is so many amazing, amazing readers on YouTube. So please, like, just keep searching, right? Like if you are feeling like you're on some sort of like journey and you're like, oh, I need answers, or just keep looking. There are so many amazing readers out there. I promise you, there are so many answers. All right, we're gonna get right into it. Okay, so I have 5 decks that we're gonna pull from. The first ones that I pulled from is the Energy Oracle deck. It's lovely. And so I pulled 3 energy cards regarding what kind of the subject of this reading are going to be. So, are you ready? Let's get started. Okay, first one was the Broken Heart in reverse, followed by the Patience, followed by Community in reverse. Okay, so this Broken Heart in reverse. This is awesome. This is good news. This is really, the heartbreak has happened. You know, the heartbreak has happened, but it's behind you. You know, you are moving forward. And whether or not that feels like you're actually moving forward currently at this time or not, you need to have patience about it, okay? Moving past heartbreak and moving through heartbreak is a time-consuming thing. Okay, healing is a time-consuming thing. You can't rush healing, so don't try, because it's not going to work out very well. You'll skip parts and miss pieces, and you might as well just take your time. But this Broken Heart in reverse is saying that your heart, whether or not you maybe are, you know, maybe there's still pieces that need to be healed, but you are on the mend. You know, this isn't a broken heart. This is a heart that has been broken but is moving forward. So then, you know, have patience with it. And this Community card in reverse. So this is sometimes after heartbreak, and certainly, you know, this doesn't have to be, guys, this doesn't have to be a romantic heartbreak. You know, I think I said that in one of my other readings. Heartbreak doesn't have to, it doesn't just have to be a romantic connection. This could be a breakdown of friends. You know, that could be what this situation is about. And, you know, with that Community card kind of behind it, you know, this could be a breakdown in that kind of community that you had built, you know, and sometimes in life, you know, sometimes more than once in life, you know, those friendships and those communities of people that we've built, well, they can't go forward with us. Okay. And that can be either your own personal change and your own personal healing that is pushing you and expanding your growth so that you just don't fit in around kind of, you know, that same crowd anymore. That can be different ways or different views of just the outlook on life, right? And, you know, and it's, so this reversed card is saying, okay, there might be this breakdown of, you know, this community that you've had, but it's telling you to go and look for community with like-minded morals, religion or religious beliefs, you know, just find the people, you know, go out, find the new people that are really going to help the new you, okay? Especially after heartbreak, you know. Sometimes, you know, you lose friends, right? I mean, we've all been in a relationship where, you know, especially sometimes the relationship, you know, if it's been a couple years or something like that, and you guys literally share, you know, friends, and then something's gone down, heartbreak has happened, and somehow you've been ousted, you know, you're the one without the friends anymore. That shit is painful. I hear you, I know. but this is, that could be referring to that. But either way, it doesn't really matter. It is saying, kind of like choose your friends wisely. That's kind of coming into my head there, which is funny because the bottom of that deck was this 6th chakra, and that's Metatron. And so this is really, the 6th chakra is kind of like your third eye, is what they call it or whatever. And that's like your clear thinking, that's your intuitiveness. That's, just imagine that you have this eye right here and it can see things that you can't. It can see in through the shit and it can see, and it's just a clear kind of process to that thinking. So I think, the way that all lines up, it's beautiful it is beautiful that is what was at the bottom of the deck, because behind that, that broken heart in reverse and the patience in this community in reverse, you have a clear thought process. So whether or not this is, friends, family, relationships, this is more than just a dual relationship. Community is definitely more than one person. This is definitely a friend group. It's a larger base. But that's just saying you're getting the clear thinking. You've been through the heartbreak, you've been through that all, and now you're getting a clear thinking as to where you're going. And maybe you're thinking, I'm not actually getting clear thinking, Alyssa. That's why I'm watching a video, because I don't have clear thinking. That's okay. That's why patience was there. I know this one firsthand. That's a tough one to do, but it is one that it's one that we really need to learn. Look at this woman, okay? Like, she's like an ice queen, and this is a clock that she's holding on to, and it's on fire, okay? It's on fire. And to me, that's always like, I'm always holding, this clock that's on fire. And I'm a person who, I have a very busy life, right? So there's always things happening. And I think sometimes we just get so caught up in the fact that everything always needs to be happening that we forget that healing and that stuff, when you say, oh, it takes time. The time actually has to pass. It's not just a quick time that you're like, oh, it takes time. Perfect. I'll take this hour. No. That's saying that, to get through, to get to that clear thinking, to get, to really get to the end of this, it takes time. So be patient. Okay. All right. So that's the energies of our reading. That's what we're going off of. We are going off of this new, this new kind of hopeful, it's not the broken heart anymore. Now it's reversed. It's still kind of cracked. Those cracks aren't healed just because it's upside down, but it's healing. It's in the process of healing, right? In this new community. So we're going to pull from the light seers. I love it. Woo! The world's at the bottom already. Okay? This is going to be a good one. So we are going to pull current energies, direct fears and or blockages of your current energies, what needs to change, how you change it, and the outcome if those changes are made, okay? I am going to probably peek at my notes a few times because that seems to be the only way that I can make this happen. All right, so let's get started. Cards popping out already. Spirit, what are the current energies for the collective for this reading? What are the current energies for the collective of this reading? What are the current energies, Spirit? Thank you. What are the current energies, Spirit? What are the current energies? Spirit, what are the current energies for the collective? Whoa, okay, thank you very much. Holy smokes. Okay, well, I'm going to take them because I love cards and I love taking big piles of cards. So I did put some back, but we're going to take this pile over here because they definitely shot out. So first one that came out was the Queen of Swords. So this could be an air sign. You could be a Gemini, a Libra, or, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a name blank, an Aquarius. Sorry guys, I didn't actually forget you. I'm just, drawing names. Okay, so, but we're not actually getting hung up. It doesn't really matter because we're not getting hung up on, this is a general reading. So it really could be whatever. If you're not an air sign, don't worry. It's the characteristics of this woman that you want to rock, okay? And just because it's a woman does not mean that you have to be a woman, okay? Boys, I'm talking to you. Don't get hung up over the fact that I say girls a lot, okay? All right, so this lady here, check her out. Yeah, she's pretty badass. Like, she's wearing a leather coat and ripped jeans, and like, she is on top of her mountain. She's got this beautiful little cup down here. She's on top of her mountain. She's got this beautiful dove flying up here. Swords, intellect, my friend. She has come so far, okay? And swords cut shit that doesn't work for them. So that's already done because she's already gotten rid of that stuff in life. What has not served her has been removed, okay? She's moved on. She's let that stuff go. She's lived life. She's intellectual, you know, and she's confident with where she is in her mind space. The Lovers was after that. Be a Gemini. Really, could be a Gemini. But again, not getting stuck up on the signs here. So, I'm going to pull the rest of these out so I actually see what's going on here. I love how the cards always seem to just like, I'm always like, oh, that was a lot. And then it just like works out and it's like the perfect spread. And the deck was like, yeah, I just didn't want to waste your time shuffling. So here you go. Okay, this is pretty cool. So you've got this Queen of Swords, okay? And she, like we already said, intellectual, been through her crap. She's on the mountaintop, you know, she's put the work in. She's there, okay? This woman has experienced life, okay? The Lovers was behind that. Could be a Gemini, doesn't necessarily have to be. This could actually really be Lovers, okay? And not romantic lovers, okay? Remember that. Just because it's the Lovers is just, it's a matter of, it's a duality. It's the, you know, it still could be just that kindred friendship, that strong bound, okay? The Five of Cups was behind that. So there has definitely, to me, there has been, like the Five of Cups is despair. Sorry, guys. This girl is sitting at the beach here, okay? And she is literally just pouring all of her sadness out. And it's going in this hole and she is burying it. She is releasing it. She's feeling it. You know, she is feeling it. She is going through those stages of feeling it. When you release your emotion like that, no matter whether or not you're like, okay, well, I need to release this so I can move forward. Yeah, okay, just because you decide that you want to release it doesn't make that easy, right? Okay, that's a painful process. You're going to feel that, okay? And your cups are your heart, okay? So she really is legitimately hurt. If you're hurting in this, that's okay, boo. That's okay. You're allowed to. The Ace of Wands, though, was behind that. Look at this bright ray, my friends. It is literally, there's a stairway going right down to the center of your whole thought process, okay? There's that beautiful curved wooden stairway, so that takes time, okay? That stuff just doesn't, that is not just like something that you bam, okay? Those steps all the way down there, those are steps that are put there by living life, okay? Those are steps that are put there because you've actually had to walk down there. So now you've made your way all the way down to the bottom of that spirally little staircase. And what's in the bottom there? A brand new idea, a brand new way of thinking, a brand new thought process, a whole brand new outlook, whatever the case may be. It is shining bright. And this girl is at peace, okay? She is so solid and so just at peace with this new enlightenment, okay? And the Ace of Swords is saying that. This is a brand new thought process. Here you go. Take this. Take this idea and run with it, kid. That's kind of what that's saying. Okay, so that was your first line of cards. The second line was this Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the High Priestess, and the Page of Wands. Okay, guys, I want you to take note at all of the swords that are in this reading. This is a huge mind flip, okay? That is what you're going through. That is what this process is, okay? This isn't drained with emotional, pain. Yes, okay, the Five of Cups is in there for sure. That's one cup card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of your 9 are swords cards, okay? So this is a whole new change of your thought process, guys. That is so solidly, I mean, he was at the bottom, right? There's clarity. It's clarity in the mind. It's clarity in that third eye, okay? Oh, we can't go digging. Don't go digging. I'm not going digging in the bottom of the piles. I literally get lost in them. I can just keep going forever because I get so excited. Okay. Wow. I got sidetracked again. We're at the bottom of the line. Rocking this Four of Swords. Okay. Check this girl out. She is safe. She has... Four of Swords is an enlightenment. Okay. So she has taken herself, she's taken her time out, put herself in this beautiful little safe nest. She's smiling. I don't know if you can see that. She's at peace. Okay, guys? At peace. She has literally, where she is building on this new solid foundation of this new, I want to say like higher processing almost, this whole new shift to, it was after that, it's after this Ace of Swords, right? So she's had maybe, there's just this enlightenment, and she's feeling at peace from that. From this new beginning, you are finding this inner foundation of peace, okay? This Knight of Swords was after that. And knights can really, like, sometimes those guys come in and they're slashing away the shit that doesn't work, and aggressively. Imagine a knight just rushing in on his big, beautiful white horse, and he's just like, wah, 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 yeah, stabbing everything, right? Getting rid of it. Okay. So that is getting rid of things that aren't serving you, i.e. bad thought processes. Okay. But see this right there? I love this deck for all of these little wisps of spirit. That's what I'm going to call them, the wisps of spirit. And in this one, that wisp is guiding this foot. It's pushing this foot in that direction. It's encouraging that foot to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Don't stop. Keep moving. You have great momentum. Keep going. Okay? That is what I feel from that. Because that Seven of Swords is behind that, and this is deceit. Okay? This is deceit. There's something in the shadows. There's some sort of secrecy going on. Whether this is just because, you yourself are kind of uncertain maybe of, maybe you're uncertain. I'm really kind of feeling that you're just kind of, it could be like you're deceiving yourself, or it could be this, this, whatever the heartbreak was, is where there's been all this deceit, right? Like these lies, these secrets, these things that, have kind of made you feel left out in the cold, kind of on the outside. The High Priestess, though, is behind that. And so the High Priestess is going to clear whatever this is. Whatever is lurking in the shadows, whatever isn't really like coming full light here, the High Priestess is clearing that. See how she just has this beautiful connecting inspiration, like bridge. And it is just like, it is so colorful, like ridiculously colorful. And just, she's got the dark side and the light side. So she's as honest and balanced as can be. She sees it all. Okay. She's not one-sided. She's not seeing the illusions. She's disillusioned by, she's disillusioned. Is that even how you would say that? Disillusioned of how I don't really know, but she's just completely open-minded. That That I know is clear. Okay, she's open-minded to both sides of life, because I can't say it enough. There is always going to be two very opposite sides of life. There has to be the bad to have the good. Okay? They come hand in hand, and that high priestess really acknowledges that. Okay? She is literally the most down to earth, but yet connected individual, I feel, in the whole kind of tarot card realm. Okay, Page of Wands was behind that high priestess. Okay, this is such a brand new beginning for you, you know. And that Page of Wands, pages to me are always very young and enthusiastic. Okay, they're looking at things with that childlike enthusiasm about life, you know, and that's a creative beginning. So as far as this all goes, this is a thought process. Okay, so you are really excited about where you're going. Okay, and that is why this community in reverse is so important, because when it is thoughts, when you are changing up your whole way of thinking and your whole kind of view or outlook, your direction, you know, maybe in life, it is important that you really, you base your, you know, that you find those people, those new people that are going to serve you in this next journey. Okay, they're going to help you and encourage you and grow that new whatever you got, that new Ace of Swords. You know, they're going to help continue to walk down this stairway. You know, you don't want to go and stick yourself in with people that are really just going to shut your light. Okay, that's not what we're doing. We're moving away from that, right? Right, you know that. All right. So, let me see, sorry. Okay, so that was a lot of current energy. It really was. You have a ton of current energy going on. You're a big, loud, beautiful person. I love it. All right. So, what are the direct fears or blockages regarding this current energy? Spirit, what are the direct fears or blockages regarding this current energy? That's a lot. We're going to put some of those back. One or two, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you tricked me. There was one sneaking hiding underneath. All right. So, Eight of Wands. It's happening. Change is happening. And it's happening now. Okay? You are inspired. Something has set this firework off inside you, and I'm going with it was this broken heart at one point. Okay, I'm gonna say that at one point that broken heart probably came with a pretty nasty tower moment, or maybe a few, you know, and it rocked you, and whatever the case may be, but it has sparked this light. Okay, it has sparked this change. Okay, all right, because that Eight of Cups was behind that. 2 eights, guys, 2. Eight of Wands, Eight of Cups. This is your change, and this is moving away from things that aren't serving you. Okay? This Eight of Cups is a girl who has come, and she is like, okay, right here, that's my heartbreak. That is the garbage that I have been through. This is the stuff that is no longer serving me. I stuck it in this bowl. I set it on fire. I'm walking away, and I'm going to the sunshine. Peace out. I'm out. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing it now. Yeah. So your fears, these are your fears, okay? So I'll get them all out, and then I'll explain why these are your fears. 9 of Wands. This girl has been through hell and back, okay? She really has. This is a girl who has completed, or a guy, sorry boys, or a guy who has completed that long haul journey. You know, they have come full circle to whatever situation it was, and they are standing strong. They have completed what they needed to complete, and now at this 9 of Wands, they are standing here strong, tall, proud with their, you know, their staff here, and that it is glowing. Like they are their own light, you know? And that 3 of Pentacles, this was the last one. This is your new community, guys, okay? And so, as your fears or blockages, I'm really saying that you are afraid of this change, okay? You are afraid, this is coming, And change is scary. Change is really scary. And change is scarier, I think, sometimes. You know, there are certain people in life who are like, change is fine. I love change. Okay, that's cool. Not all of us like change. Okay, some of us really need to ease ourselves into that change. You know, and heartbreak, heartbreak doesn't always ease us into it. Heartbreak sometimes comes like a ho ho ho, and the whole thing kind of crumbles. Okay, so heartbreak doesn't always give you that time to ease into things. So your fear of this change, that is okay. That is normal. Especially even after you've been through the heartbreak and your heart is like healing and you're on the mend and you're like, okay, but I am moving forward. Change can still be terrifying, you know, and this can also be terrifying. Putting this stuff to rest can be terrifying. You know why? See all this stuff in there? See how it's not in her? How do you think that it's not in her? Oh, yeah, that's right. She had to pull it out. And that is not something that just easily comes out, guys, okay? She had to address, or he, whoever it is, whoever you are, I love you, boo. You had to address it, okay? You have to address that. You have to pull that out. Please don't leave it in there. And don't leave little bits and pieces and think that those little bits and pieces aren't going to hurt that much. Okay? They do. Their roots eventually grow when they're sitting still inside you, okay? Negative energy grows. Positive energy grows. Energy grows, right? Right? Yes, it does. Okay. So, I feel like you're afraid to put your stuff in that jar. You're afraid to pull it out because I don't know if you maybe necessarily see that you are here. I don't know if you really maybe necessarily are seeing or feeling how strong and fucking kick-ass you really are, okay? And I am here to tell you, you are awesome and you're doing a great job and I love it. So keep showing up, okay? Because you have made it through. I know it maybe doesn't feel like that right now, but you have. You're there. You are standing tall, you are standing strong, you are you. Boo. And I love it, okay? You have this light. You have that strength. You literally have been there. 9 of Wands, completion, right here. I'm not kidding you. It's here. I didn't pull that just because. It was there. And this 3 of Pentacles, oh my goodness. This 3 of Pentacles. So this is about new foundations. This is about building tangible 3D foundations with other people, okay? And you're afraid of that, which is understandable because your community was upside down. You know, that's the whole energy of this reading is the fact that you're moving on to a new connection, a new community of connection. And making friends, even as adults, is a terrifying thing to do. Let me tell you, my 8-year-old self would have much rather go and make friends than my 32-year-old self. Okay? That's not something that I'm very open to. We're working on it. But I get you. I get you as to why that's a fear. I understand, especially when you have like either a new religion or, you know, just a new whole thought process. It's very terrifying, especially being in that new stage and being like, okay, so this is what I'm, you know, this is where I'm at. This is what I'm feeling. Do you guys like the same things I do? You know, that's a scary thing. But I'm here to tell you that there are a lot of cool people out there that are gonna love you just for being you, being your true, authentic you. You know, cut the shit that isn't working for you, and think this out. Think about who you truly are. Okay, and a lot of that, I mean, you can't always just be stuck up in the mind, and the Queen of the Wands can definitely just be stuck in her mind a little too much. That does happen. I am a Libra. I also get stuck in my head sometimes. It is important to pull yourself back out of there, okay? You can't always be stuck in this realm, but I'm really, really feeling that this is just, the reason you have so many swords is really just addressing the fact that this is such a thought process, okay? This is just such a total different switch of how you've always kind of like thought life to be, okay? This clarity is telling me that you are just moving through that, okay? Watch your overthinking. I am going to put, that one did come, so do watch your overthinking, because I don't We don't need that. We don't need you overthinking and, you know, hurting anybody with it. Like yourself. I hurt myself when I overthink. Okay, what energies need to change? What energies need to change? Thank you, Spirit. Oh my. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. 3 of Wands. You need to have faith, okay? You need a vision. You need a direction. This needs to change. This needs to change. Your direction, your vision, your, you know, where, how do I put that? How do I put that without sounding like, because it's just, I think it's really just saying, you know, yeah, the 3 of Wands is so just about visionary, about looking out in that new beautiful, like, look guys, she's on the shoreline, she's got her surfboard here, you know, the torches are going, the water is beautiful. She's a plan, you know, she's a vision, and she's this is a whole new creative vision, okay? This is a whole new, yeah, this is just a whole new way that she or he is, you know, is evolving, is seeing their life. The 6 of Wands was behind that. This is about recognition. This is about recognition. Recognition, I think, of this growth, you know? And I think that's within yourself. You know, this isn't maybe necessarily recognition to the world as like this big, bright, beautiful, shining star here. But I really feel like this 3 of Wands and this 6 of Wands, they are the recognition and the acknowledgement, the validation, I think, for you. You know, these are energies that need to change. So these are things that you need to do. You need to be happy and proud of yourself that you have made it here. Okay, you need to be happy and proud that you have made it through the broken heart and that you're still standing, that you're still moving forward, that you're still healing. This is the King of Swords. So again, this is an air sign. But we're also, again, not really paying much attention to the fact of, you know, what kind of sign it could be and who he is. So, kind of like that Queen of Swords, right? Notice how they're both sitting on their mountaintops, okay? These guys literally have experienced life, all of it, all colors, all sides, to the fullest. And they are smarter, wiser, more intellectual, you know, just more deep kind of thoughtful humans, I think, is what I'm trying to convey there. But those guys can also be really cold and rigid, okay? That's the downside to, you know, to those swords. As much as, you know, you can, as much as like a King of Swords can really think that stuff through and really come up with a solid, okay, this is just how life is. You know, I've thought it all out and I've thought it all through and I can see it for what it is. You need to be careful that you don't become like an ice cold, you know, literally king of a sword who just slashes what doesn't serve him. Don't be rigid, don't be cold. That 4 of Cups was behind it. So guys, this is energies that need to change, okay? Look at this girl. Can you see what needs to change about her? See how she's got these 3 cups, right? They're spilt, they're leaking. Look at over here. There's a hand with a cup. And these bright, beautiful colors, this looks like a lot of fun over here. But she can't see it. She can't see it because she's focused on her spilt cups. that needs to change. That is energy that needs to change. After heartbreak, that is regular energy to have. Okay? That is a very normal part. Don't just think because, oh, Alyssa, you're picking on me because I'm sitting there, you know, but those cups that got spilt, those were really good cups, and I really, really liked what was in those cups. Baby, I know. I also sometimes have caught myself staring at these cups that are spilled. I get that. This I think is a normal phase for anybody to be in after a broken heart. But it is an energy that needs to change, you know? All those energies only serve you so long. And then it's time to address that energy and move on from that energy. And this is saying it's time. It's time that you move on from that energy. You got the Eight of Wands out, babe. It's on the table. It keeps looking at me with all its bright, colorful sparkliness. Like, you're moving, okay? You're moving, and that change is happening now. And I'll tell you why it's happening. This is happening now because this Chariot is coming through behind it. And look at this, guys. You don't have much of an option because you're moving forward. You know, that change, that ball is rolling. And this Chariot, you've got the white horse and the little beautiful black horse. Because just like everything in life, and I'll say it again and again, you need both to move forward. Okay? You don't carry the negative energy with you per se, but you certainly can carry the lessons. Okay? You certainly carry the I don't want to say the you're not carrying the baggage, but you can definitely, there's a way to carry shadow forward without really holding on to the negative energy that it brings with you. You know, because when you stand, like, there's always shadows, right? See? It's going to come with me wherever. And this shadow back here, this is not actually causing me, you know, any pain. It's just part of who I am. And I'm okay with that. You know, I need my shadow. I do. So, this Chariot, this is moving forward, and it's moving forward with all those parts of you, with all those parts that you have, you know, come to and created, and with all these parts that you are now, it's moving forward. Seven of Wands. This is energy that has to change, and this doesn't have to change. You need to become this. Okay? You need to change to this. This Seven of Wands is so stinking secure in herself that these 7 swords spewing their venom all out of her cannot affect her. They cannot get her within her own globe. She is safe. She is safe in her own world. And look at how beautiful that world is in there, right? Look at how bright it is. Look at how much inspiration is there. She is so solid in the fact that where she is where she needs to be. That none of the haters can touch her. Okay? And this is the energies that need to change. These are the energies in you that you need to evolve. These are the energies that you need to keep working on. All right, Spirit, how do we work on these? How do we work on these? How does the collective work on these energies that need to be changed? Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Cups, okay? Kind of like the High Priestess again. She's very intuitive, very at peace with where she is emotionally, okay? She's been through it all, she's seen it, but she's released what isn't holding her, and she's at peace. Like, she's sitting in this water, guys, okay? There's abundance all around her. She has holy water shooting from her. So peaceful, so intuitive, so connected to who she is, okay? That's who you need to change to. That's what you need to change, you know? That's how all of these, that's how this 3 of Wands is going to change, and the 6 of Wands, this King of Swords, 4 of Cups, the Chariot, the 7 of Wands. Wow. It really, it's funny that it's, you know, you had all these 7s up here, all these swords up here, and then all of these wands kind of crushing out this bottom line of, you know, of what needs to change. And again, I think that's just your creativity. you've been, you're stuck in this pattern, with this very deep, thoughtful King of Swords. But I mean, he rocks a fur vest and a nice white shirt, but your creative spin to this, your creative inspiration to life needs to still take place. Okay, don't get too rigid and caught up. So this Queen of Cups, that's what I'm really feeling, that how you change all this, how you change all of, how you continue to manifest, this Three of Wands, your vision, your self-recognition, even recognition. This Six of Wands doesn't just have to be about you. This can be recognition of other people and being like, holy shit, girl, what's with the glow? And you're just like, yeah, I'm owning it, okay? I'm owning it. This Queen of Cups, she is really gonna help that glow. And this Six of Pentacles came out with her. I love this card. Guys, you cannot receive love in this world if you are closed off to giving it. Okay? You have to constantly be putting it out there. And I'm not saying giving love out to bad people. I'm not saying giving love out to people who aren't reciprocating your love. I'm saying giving love out to the universe. By showing up and loving yourself, you inevitably can't help it. When you love yourself so stinking much for being through all of this shit, for being this emotionally solid Queen of Cups. Okay, this girl is a woman who, not selfishly, but solidly loves herself. Okay? She's solid in that. She has that divine connection. She has that peace that she's exactly who she needs to be. And when she feels that peace, when she feels that, that just connection, that yes, this is who I am, she can give this out. This is her hand. Imagine this is her hand, right? And these are her pentacles that she's putting out. And she just keeps them out there, because when she keeps them out there, Spirit keeps dropping them back in. And see that infinity symbol going around? That's continuous. That's a law of attraction, right? By putting out the good things, that is what you are going to get into return. By putting out that self-love, by loving yourself and being so stinking solid in yourself, the people who come back into your world, they won't love you less than that, because they can't. People who would love you less than that can't get in your brim. These are the people down here that love you less than you. Okay? Their shit's not affecting you. It's pointless. We don't need it. Okay? Not part of the program. Give your love to yourself, and by giving your love to yourself, you will ultimately just pump it out to the rest of the world. You really will. Not selfishly. You can be very selfish in giving your love to yourself, but I'm not referring to it on that manner by any means. It's definitely a balanced love to self, okay? All right, so if you go through and make all these changes, what is the outcome? What is the potential outcome? If the collective nails this Queen of Cups, ooh, sorry. How long have you been in there? Guys, sorry, this one does not go with this. This one I was shuffling and he was already upside down in the deck. This is the Five of Swords. And he was How Do You Change? Okay, he was part of this Queen of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. I was actually kind of shocked because I was like, oh, two. Not too much to say on this one. I was wrong. It was there. I just didn't look hard enough. Okay, so this Five of Swords, he's really having a tough time trying to... Five of Swords to me is self-sabotaging. Okay, this is what this guy is, and you need to change this. You need to switch this mindset. Don't be the hater to your own world. Don't be the one who keeps your pentacles in selfishly because you're actually afraid that your love isn't worth actually giving. Okay? Whoever told you that was a liar. You are a beautiful soul. You are this beautiful Queen of Cups. Okay? God loves you, baby. So do I. So do you. Stop self-sabotaging. Don't be that Five of Swords. Don't be this guy. Don't beat yourself up. This has to change. You can't do this, okay? You need to stop this. In order to get all the rest of the good things, this needs to stop. You know, this is one of those bad sides of those Swords cards. This is one of those bad sides to overthinking, because we self-sabotage when we do that, and that's not allowed. We're not doing that today, so knock that off. Okay, no more. All right, the outcome. The outcome if these changes are made. What is the potential outcome? Thank you, Spirit. What is the potential outcome? Spirit, what is the potential outcome if these changes are made? Thank you. All right, you had potential outcome. Page of Swords. Look, you are not done learning, okay? And again, like, oh my gosh, so many stinking swords. You are not done learning. Sorry, guys, my butt cheeks are falling asleep. You are not done learning. You don't, the way you know is not the only way to go about it. Okay, so be open to that. Be open to new creative ideas. Be open to new thought processes. Again, here's those wispies, those wisps of spirit, you know, guiding her footsteps. This girl, her nose is in a book, and she is holding on. I have hair in my mouth. She is holding on to all these light bulbs, all these bright new ideas. And Spirit is literally just guiding her along this journey, guiding her to the next step, guiding her through this whole thought process, okay? The Devil was behind that. This is attachments. Okay, this is not what we want. Okay? Do not be so stuck up on this that you get so attached to your outcome, okay? To what you think needs to happen. You need to be this girl with your spiritual wisps pushing you along the way and opening your mind, because you don't need the attachment to things that aren't going to serve you, because the Justice card was behind that. This could be a Libra. This is a very, like, there's a ton of swords in this. You very well could be an air sign. Welcome. I feel you. Okay. This is a Libra, but this is karmic balance. Okay? This is balancing out whatever this was. Okay? By keeping your mind open and by learning all, you know, allowing new ideas, new ways to process things, you know, by just even acknowledging the fact that your way isn't the only way, it brings this attachment and stuff back into balance. Okay? Your attachment to thinking that your way is the only way is not good. She is bringing you balance. Okay? This is karmic balance. This is nothing you can even control, because the universe is the decider on that one. So he should be figured out. He needs to go. Two of Pentacles. That was right behind it. You know, balance. Balance, balance, balance. Balance in the 3D world. Okay? You will have that. I really find, I'm really feeling quite strongly for that. You really are going to just, you know, if you can find that Queen of Cups and that emotional, just wealth, emotional wealth of, no, not emotional wealth, not the word I was looking for. Emotional depth. It's more, it's bigger than that though. But if you can find what I'm trying to think of and what I'm trying to say, if you can find really that love for yourself, you know, that really solid rebalance and that clarity, I think is maybe what I'm getting to, that clarity, you know, between you and your spiritual connection, you know, that's going to bring you in so much balance, you know, especially if moving through this heartbreak and stuff, maybe this is the first time you're actually even, you know, starting to look at life from a different perspective. Maybe you have been so closed-minded your whole life, and this is the first time something's happened that shattered you, and you're standing there looking, and you're like, oh, it's not as narrow-minded as I thought it was. The real world is big, and there's lots going on. There is. But this is saying that there is going to be balance. You really are going to find balance within this all. In your 3D world, in your emotional world, in your karmic world. It's coming. It is. All right. We're going to pull a couple last angels. We're going to pull a couple last angel cards. Can you guys tell it's getting late? Yeah. My rambling got longer, and now my words are getting shuffled. All right. Angels, what are the last messages? What are the messages that you have for the collective? Messages you have for the collective on today's reading. Thank you, Spirit. That's a nice one too. Clairaudience. Notice the loving guidance you hear inside your mind and from other people. Funny. Notice all the swords? That guidance is in there, okay, guys? You can't lie to me. You can't tell me that you haven't heard it because the angels just said you have. You're hearing it. I know we are. Pay attention to it, okay? I know there's those times when you're like, okay, yeah, well, maybe I heard that, but maybe it's just my head talking. It was your head talking. It was your head talking, and it's talking to you from the divine, because the divine doesn't talk to you. It comes through here, okay? It comes through here, and it comes through here. So if you're not feeling it here, but you're strongly thinking it here, chances are you need to be listening to that, okay? Chances are there's a message in there, and there is some truth to whatever you need to hear, okay? Overcoming difficulties. The worst is now behind you, and you are surmounting any previous challenges. And that's so clear, right? Like your broken heart was upside down. Baby, you've already overcome this. And a broken heart can still, like as I said at the beginning, right? It's still cracked. It really is, okay? It's not healed completely, but it is moving through that. It is no longer in the stage of complete suffocation, okay? You are past that. The worst is behind you, okay? And at the bottom of this deck, which I'm going to read to you, was compassion. Oh goodness. Soften your hearts with respect to this situation and all of the people involved, including yourself. Don't do this. No self-sabotaging. If all you take from this message today is no self-sabotaging, I did my job, okay? I said what I needed to say. Please don't do that to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself, okay? Be gentle with yourself. This is new. This whole beautiful spread, holy smokes. How, like, in depth. Your poor head probably just hurts a lot right now, okay? But be compassionate with yourself. Take a time out, okay? If you are overthinking and you're not getting anywhere and you are literally just exhausting yourself, you need to take a time out. You need to take a time out and put yourself down for a nap, maybe. Maybe that's what you need, but you need to really make sure that you are just coming back to you, okay? Coming back to where you are finding peace. Take a time out. I don't know why that's coming in so strong, but maybe somebody just needs to. Anyway, be gentle, be soft with yourself. You are doing so good. I am so proud of you, and I am so excited for this journey for you. I really am. Creative writing actually was behind, this was just kind of sitting there. Creative writing. It says, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article. Yeah, that was really important that I read that. Thank you, Spirit. When you have all these swords, like this was such a sword-filled reading. When you have all these swords, there's a lot going on up here, right? There is a gazillion steps going down to that light, okay? There's a lot going on upstairs right now. Write it out, okay? Do not leave all of that energy just sitting, spinning wheels inside your head, okay? Take the hamster out of the ball, put it back in its cage, okay? Take these thoughts and just put them on paper. Seriously, I am a huge journal freak. I journal all the time. I literally have I got a journal here. This is my, actual current journal that I write in regularly. But I also have one out in my truck because sometimes I get stuck or I'm, sitting waiting for a kid or something like that. And instantly I'm just like, oh, this is time to release myself. This and this and this and this has happened so far today. When you go and drop the kid off at practice or something and you're fuming, you're sitting there, just get it out, okay? Sit on your phone. There's notes apps and everything. Sit on your phone, write a note, but get it out. Get what is going on in here out on paper or however you got to do it. Paper's good. Maybe you want to write a book. I don't know. That'd be cool too. And if you do, I would love a copy. I'm looking actually for a new book to read. So if you got one that would intrigue me, hit me up in the comments section because I am currently on the looks for a new book. Okay. Write it out. Be gentle with yourself. Oh my goodness. Keep on going. I can't wait to talk to you soon, to see you again. All the best. Till next time. Bye now.